Well, Thanksgiving is just around the corner, and what a perfect time to talk about gratitude. I have a beautiful lesson that combines the best of children's literature as well as a very unique art making activity that includes clay. Hi, I'm ALANA with Artful Teaching, Joyful Learning, and I help educators teach with confidence, ease, and a splash of creativity so that their kids fall in love with learning. Now start this lesson with what I call a bubble map on the idea of gratitude. Talk about what it means to be grateful. Be sure to include all of your kids' ideas. Here's an example of a bubble map that we created together. It includes food, pets, our family, love, nature. Now, the next thing I do is read one of my favorite authors, Todd Parr, his book called The Thankful Book. This book helps to teach the idea of gratitude in a way that children will understand. The illustrations are absolutely beautiful, done in bold, bright colors. I am thankful for colors because they make me want to paint. Let your kids know that they're going to represent their ideas of gratitude through a clay relief tile sculpture. Now, working with clay is a really beautiful medium for children. They have to explore in a three-dimensional way things that they can't communicate on a two-dimensional plane. All you need for this invitation is a little bit of air dry clay. This is Crayola and it's available at Michael's, but you can also use the dollar store variety. You'll want a rolling pin as well as a wooden skewer or toothpick. I also have this Play-Doh pizza slicer that comes in handy as well. Now, I believe all artists need to warm up with some ideas. So taking your bubble map and a sheet that looks like this is my gratitude box, have your child just do a rough sketch of how they're going to represent their ideas of gratitude. For older children, you can even invite them to create a gratitude list using some words. Now, the first step is to invite your child to take about an apple-sized ball of clay and to just warm it up in your hands. Now, this technique takes out a lot of the air bubbles, so if you press and wedge and just warm that clay up, it becomes much more malleable. The second step is to press using all your strength with the heel of your hand to press that clay down almost like a pizza pie. Next, you'll want to take your rolling pin to roll that clay out flat, 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 about 1/4 of an inch. Next, you'll take your pizza cutter as well as a ruler to cut the 4 sides of your tile. Now, we want to keep this into a square or a rectangle shape. So using a ruler will help you to keep those straight edges. Now, once you have your clay tile cut out, it's time to start adding your gratitude elements. Encourage your child to keep things really simple. I showed my kids this example of a pig person, so they didn't get too carried away with the details. Now, the important part about working with clay is to ensure that those elements have a way to stick onto the tile. And to do this, we use a technique called scoring. Scoring is like roughing up the back of your elements and then using something called slip, which is just essentially a little bit of water on your clay to help those elements stick to the tile. If you don't do the scoring and slip technique, those elements will slip off once your tile dries. I tell the kids it's almost like making a crosshatch tic-tac-toe board on every back of each element. Now, once all of the elements are securely fastened to the tile, you'll want to add a little bit of texture. Any kind of texture is just going to help this become much more 3D. Now, you'll want to allow your clay tile to dry over the course of a couple days, and now it's time to paint your tile. So I've just used these watercolors from Uli to add a little bit of transparent watercolor paint to my tile. But acrylic would work as well as tempera paint. I like the lighter, more transparent colors because it allows the textures to really shine through and it just has a really lovely translucent effect. Now, another way to bring in literacy into this invitation is through something called an acrostic poem. So this is the word thankful spelled vertically. And for each letter of the word thankful, you can invite your child to brainstorm something that begins with that first letter. Now, if you enjoyed that artful invitation, you're going to love my Inspired at Home classes. These are live classes, play-based enrichment for kids 4 through 7, and we combine literacy, math, storytelling, poetry, as well as an artful invitation each and every week. They're guided by me, and you have a chance to take a little break or get some professional development along the way. I hope to see you in class.